I figured it out. The secret to why Tony Robbins' event worked so well for me. Tony, I've got you figured out. I was thinking about this today. What did I do that has led for me to me just feeling like a completely new person since I've been back? Things that have annoyed me kind of just haven't annoyed me as much. I'm not going to say they haven't annoyed me at all, but if they were here, they're like right here. So what could have happened? What could Tony have done to me? And then I thought about it. What did I actually do there? What I did was a few things. I listened. Then I had to think. Then I had to write. And then I had to share with strangers. And when I shared with strangers, we connected. Because what happened is when you are sharing something that you discovered about yourself. Oh, and I left out one more thing. We danced. We danced a lot. Probably more than I ever have in my life. And going back to what I was saying, when you share with people, you form a connection because you realize how much you may look different, but we all have the same kind of struggles, thoughts, emotions. And so in that moment, to connect with people while you're having this experience was amazing. So, Tony, I know that's what you did. I know that's your secret. See, and why does this work? I'm going to tell you why this works. It works for one main reason. Most times, we do not take the time to think. That's it. We don't take the time to think. And I know for myself, this was the first time in a I don't even know how long that I didn't have a book to read. Because, you know, when you're reading books, you think you're thinking, or I thought I was thinking, but actually what I was doing was reading someone else's thoughts who took the time to think their thoughts out and put them on paper. And then this was the first time I didn't have YouTube. I'm not watching YouTube tutorials. I'm actually engaged in the whole process. When you don't have your phone out, you're not reading a book, then you're listening. You actually get to hear what you think. And so this whole time I'm there, I didn't figure this out. I just figured this out today. Honestly, I figured this out today. Because it was like, man, what has been the biggest difference? Why am I different? Damn it. But today it hit me. When you're sitting there, you're thinking. Well, the only thing you have to do is to write your thoughts out. The person next to you is doing the same thing that you're supposed to be doing in that moment. So it'll be kind of awkward if you turn around like, hey, how's the weather? What's going on? That would be weird. Because then you will be blocking them from getting what they came for. And who wants to be that guy? Not I. So the only thing I had to do in that moment was follow through on what was being asked of me. And that was to listen to whatever the category we were talking about and actually think about it. And then when I write the answers that came to my head, some of them were like, wow, this is how I feel. This is how I feel. And then you're like, whoa, dang. Well, this isn't going to make me happy. This is probably borderline depressing. And then you get to choose. You get to say to yourself, well, hey, if this is how this is making me feel, do I really want to carry on like this? And then if not, I got to decide in that moment that, hey, I probably actually don't want to carry on like this. So I'm probably going to have to do something different. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm probably going to have to do something different. And then I have to figure out what that different is. And that's the whole path I'm on now. Figure out exactly what that difference is going to be. And it forced you to decide the things that you were going to let go. So maybe you don't know how to be the new version of you, but you know how to let go of the old version of you because it's just simply deciding to let it go. So that's what I did in that moment. Okay, yeah, I'm going to let this crap go. And I decided to let that crap go. And then you're around other people, you're connecting. It goes back to that connection thing again. You're connecting with other people who are doing the same thing. They're deciding to let it go. It is a mind-blowing experience when you think about, the first day we're there. So total, I would say I spent about something around 38 hours there, right? So during those 38 hours, I am, for the most part, not on my phone. I am not taking any other inputs because by the time we left there, I went back to the hotel. I think one day I might have watched a few minutes of a movie, but I couldn't even really do that because I was tired. So when I got back, I didn't really take in any inputs. I just went to sleep because it's such an experience that you're like, you know what? I need to sleep to be ready for the next day. I don't know when the last time I've had 38 hours where I'm just literally allowing the thoughts in my head to come out. I'm writing them down. And like I said, I'm dancing. I mean, I haven't danced and I don't dance. All I do is this, but I was dancing. I was like, I mean, I'm not even gonna show you guys all my moves because it's really not the point. And plus, I don't want nobody copying me. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of weird. Anyway, so that was crazy to me. Just what happened, how that all happened. And for me, I'm still wearing a bracelet from the event. And yes, it is washable. It is waterproof or something. It's waterproof because I actually just got out of the shower not too long ago and it's dry. So it is waterproof, but I'm wearing it to remind myself of a goal I said I was going to reach when I was there. And when I reach that goal, I'm going to cut this baby off. But until then, I'm wearing this mug. And I don't want to keep wearing it forever because I got bracelets and stuff I'd rather wear. But I'm going to wear it for now until I reach my goal. And, once I allow myself this space to think, I got to think about some of the things that I was doing. And the first area that always comes up for me is the content. And I thought about something that I heard 2 years ago. Gary Vee said, you know what? The thing that people are doing all wrong with this content thing is they are trying to create versus document. I remember writing it down. I wrote it down in my notebook. Man, yeah, you got to document versus create. And then what I do? After that, I went and started a YouTube channel and a TikTok. And on my TikTok, I recorded 438 videos of me creating. Yep, not documenting, but 438 videos of me creating. And it got me a whopping 397 followers. Yep, for 438 videos, less than one follower a video. And I was like, okay. At that time, when you don't think, because I didn't ask myself, okay, I just heard this one thing. Does this make sense for me to do it this other way when I kind of understand? I fully understood what he was saying, and it would actually be easier to document versus creating, but I'm going to roll this boulder up the hill. And so I rolled it up the hill, and then I burnt out. Because when you're trying to create every day, it is hard. So when I got back in my new mindset, I said, you know what? I'm done creating. I am going to document. So that is why we have this YouTube channel. But we also have my TikTok, my new TikTok, Jalal Unleashed. I am having so much fun. I haven't created a video yet. I've documented things that was gonna do that I'm doing anyway. I just put a camera on and let you see. But I'm just documenting my whole process. And it's crazy because I've recorded 38 videos and I have gotten almost a little over 2.5 subs per video when I decided to document, because nobody needs somebody else to preach at them. I was preaching on my first TikTok. I'm telling short dudes how to do this or how to do that instead of leading by example. What we need in this world is more examples of people actually doing the thing, which will inspire other people to do the thing instead of being the one preaching at everyone else, telling them what they're not and what they need to do. So it was mind boggling, but I could not make that step, that transformation. And I'm not going to lie to you and act like I got a million subscribers on there. I got 85 creating the way, just not creating, just sharing, and almost 1/5 of the likes already. And I've only been at this 2 weeks. I will get to 1K subs while having fun with ease in a very short amount of time, because I don't have to force it. This is fun. This is natural. But I could not have made that distinction until I took the time to think about my actions. And before I went there, before this whole process started, I would have thought all the time. When I'm reading a book, I did think I was thinking. When I was watching a YouTube video and taking notes, I did think I was thinking. But no, that's not thinking. When I am meditating, I thought I was thinking. But I'm not thinking, because when I'm meditating, I'm trying to empty my mind. The only time that I realize that I actually think is in the shower, and now when I sit my butt in a chair for a few minutes, not trying to clear my thoughts, but trying to understand what I hear, is the only time I've been thinking. And it's awkward sitting in a chair, listening to what you think. You just want to grab your phone. You want to do something else, because I heard this quote, I'm going to butcher it: thinking is the hardest work most people never do. And I know why they never do it, because it's hard, and we have so many distractions around us. Phones, people, things, this thing, that thing. It's easy to be distracted. But being at that conference and Tony Robbins working his magic and making sure that I didn't want to be distracted, it shows me what I can think, what I can discover about myself if I'm willing to take the time to think. And why I'm thinking, it's because I also just realized I recorded this video the wrong way. But it's going to get posted because I'm not re-recording it. I was in such a hurry to record that I did it vertical instead of horizontal. So, but it is what it is. I'm going to finish with this. Some of the questions that came up for me lately are: why do I dress the way I do? What are my beliefs about money? If I truly want to live unleashed, what does that actually look like? And these are the things I'm actively discovering. I'm going through this process of trying to figure out how to dress. I actually got this new shirt on and I like the material on it. It makes me feel kind of cool. But I'm going through this process of discovering myself. But I could not have started doing that until I started thinking. And thinking and sharing I wrote this down. I want to say it. What I have to figure out now is how to make more time to think, because at home, because I am Tony. I love you, but I'm not going back to an event right now. So I've got to figure out how to think at home. It can't be only when I'm at a Tony Robbins event that I think. So that is going to be my work, because when I think and then I share like I'm doing right now, I can feel the breakthroughs in my own life. How do you think? Do you take time to think each day, or what is your process? Or were you like me and kind of just like, dang, I don't really, I'll do all these other things that make me think I'm thinking. Let me know in the comments where you're at with this thinking thing. And if you didn't watch the first video of me kind of breaking down the event, please check that one. It should be on the screen somewhere. And comment below if this video was useful. And I'm out. And again, I'm sorry that this video is created vertical. I will fix the next one and it will be created horizontal, but I'm not re-recording. Peace.